There was a guy I knew, let's call him Jake. Jake was a great guy, smart, successful, well-dressed, the kind of man you'd think women would be lining up to date. But every time he met a woman he liked, the same thing happened. At first, everything seemed perfect. He'd shower her with compliments, always be available, reply to her texts instantly, and make sure she knew just how much he liked her. But then, without warning, she'd pull away. The texts got shorter, the enthusiasm faded, and then, one day, she stopped replying altogether. Jake was confused. He had done everything right. He treated her well, showed her he cared, and never played games. So why did she lose interest? Why did she go from excited to distant? Here's the hard truth. Attraction doesn't work the way most men think it does. Women don't fall for men because they're nice, available, or eager to please. They fall for men who spark emotions, who challenge them, who stand out from the rest. The problem? Jake's words made him look too predictable, too safe, too easy to get. And that's why he kept losing. But what if I told you that with just a few simple phrases, you could flip the script completely? That instead of being the guy women lose interest in, you could become the one they can't stop thinking about. Stick around, because today I'm going to share 6 powerful phrases that will change the way women see you. Forever. Phrase 1. I'm not that easy. Jake's biggest mistake was making himself too available. Every time a woman showed him the slightest bit of interest, he jumped at the opportunity. He replied to her texts instantly, always said yes to plans, and made it clear that he was ready to commit from day one. In his mind, he thought this was how attraction worked, by showing her that he was serious. But in reality, it made him boring. Women didn't see him as a challenge. They saw him as someone who was too easy to get. This is where the phrase, "I'm not that easy," changes everything. Most men spend their time trying to win a woman over. They act like getting her attention is the prize. But what if you flip the dynamic? What if, instead of trying to impress her, you made her feel like she needed to impress you? When you say, "I'm not that easy," you subtly communicate that you're a man of value, someone who doesn't just fall for a woman because she exists. You have standards. But here's the key. It's all about delivery. Say it with confidence, with a slight smirk, and in the right moment. If she teases you, instead of laughing nervously or trying to defend yourself, lean in and say, "You think you've got me figured out? Cute, but I'm not that easy." Instantly, the dynamic shifts. Instead of feeling like she's in control of the interaction, she starts wondering, wait, why isn't he trying to impress me? What makes him so different? And that's when curiosity kicks in. Most men give their attention away too easily, and women feel that desperation. But when you position yourself as someone who is not that easy to get, you become a challenge. And trust me, women love a challenge. Phrase 2. I don't think you're ready for me yet. Most guys are desperate to prove they're good enough for a woman. They try too hard, over-explain themselves, and do whatever it takes to make her see them as a worthy option. But here's a harsh truth. When you chase validation, you automatically put yourself in a lower position. Women don't want a man who's begging to be chosen. They want a man who makes them feel like they need to qualify for him. That's exactly why the phrase, "I don't think you're ready for me yet," is so powerful. It flips the script completely. Instead of trying to convince her that you're good enough, you subtly suggest that she might not be on your level yet. And nothing triggers curiosity more than a challenge like that. But here's where most men get it wrong. If you say this phrase with arrogance, it backfires. The goal isn't to sound superior or dismissive. It's to make her wonder what makes you different. When she's bragging about something or teasing you, drop this line with a playful smile. If she says, "I can handle anything," just shake your head and say, "I don't know. I don't think you're ready for me yet." In that moment, 2 things happen. First, she starts wondering what makes you so special. Second, she now wants to prove herself to you. It turns the interaction into a playful challenge, and suddenly, she's the one investing energy into keeping the conversation going. Most men make the mistake of giving away their power too soon. But when you use this phrase, you subtly communicate that you're a man of value, someone who isn't easily impressed. And that alone makes you stand out. Phrase 3. I don't know if you can handle me. Most men think that making a woman comfortable means being as agreeable and non-threatening as possible. They hold back their opinions, avoid taking risks in conversation, and try to come across as easy to get along with. But here's the problem. When you play it too safe, you also make yourself forgettable. Women don't crave a man who blends into the background. They're drawn to men who create energy, tension, and excitement. That's why the phrase, "I don't know if you can handle me," works so well. It immediately sets you apart as someone intriguing, a man with depth, confidence, and presence. It suggests that there's something about you that's not easily controlled, not easily tamed. And that creates curiosity. The key is in the delivery. You don't say this phrase with a serious face, you say it with a playful smirk. Imagine she's teasing you, acting like she's in control of the conversation. Instead of playing along, you look at her with a hint of amusement and say, "You seem fun, but I don't know if you can handle me." That one sentence instantly changes the dynamic. Suddenly, she's no longer evaluating you. You've turned the tables, making her question whether she's up for the challenge. And that's what makes this so powerful. It shifts her focus from, "Do I like him?" to, "Wait, does he like me?" It forces her to invest more in the interaction. And once a woman starts investing emotionally, attraction follows. Most men try to prove themselves, but the men who actually win are the ones who make women prove themselves to them. This phrase is how you make that happen. Phrase 4. I like women who know what they want. One of the biggest mistakes men make when talking to women is being too passive. They tiptoe around conversations, afraid to say something that might push her away. When a woman asks what kind of partner they're looking for, they respond with something generic like, "I just want someone kind and fun." But here's the truth. Being vague and agreeable doesn't make you more attractive. It makes you forgettable. That's why the phrase, "I like women who know what they want," is a game changer. It's not just a compliment, it's a subtle challenge. Most men try to qualify themselves to women, but when you use this phrase, you flip the script. You make her wonder if she fits your standards. Imagine she asks, "What do you look for in a woman?" Instead of giving a boring answer, you say, "I like women who know what they want." Notice what happens. She now has to prove that she's that kind of woman. She might respond with, "Oh, I definitely know what I want," which is exactly what you want, her investing in the conversation. This phrase is powerful because it subtly communicates that you have high standards and value confidence. It tells her that you're not just interested in any woman, you're interested in someone who knows herself, who doesn't hesitate, who carries herself with certainty. And because women naturally seek approval from men they respect, she'll start making an effort to fit that description. Most men spend their time trying to impress women, but the men who truly stand out are the ones who make women impress them. This phrase does exactly that. Phrase 5. That's what I like most about you. Most guys think that compliments are the key to attraction, but here's the problem. They all give the same ones. You're beautiful. I love your smile. You're so pretty. These compliments are nice, but they don't make a woman feel special. They don't separate you from the countless other guys saying the exact same things. That's why the phrase, "That's what I like most about you," is so powerful. It forces you to notice something specific and unique about her, something beyond her looks. When used correctly, this phrase makes her feel truly seen, and that's what creates a deeper emotional connection. The key is to make it genuine and personalized. If she's talking passionately about something she loves, you can say, "The way you light up when you talk about that, that's what I like most about you." If she handles a situation with confidence, you can say, "The way you carry yourself, that's what I like most about you." This does two things. First, it makes her feel recognized for something that most men don't notice. Second, it subtly tells her that she's standing out in your eyes, not because of her beauty, but because of who she is. This phrase works because it taps into a universal human desire, the need to feel validated in a meaningful way. When you use it sincerely, you become the guy who makes her feel understood, appreciated, and valued. And trust me, that's more powerful than any generic compliment ever could be. Phrase 6. You have a unique way about you. I like that. Most men fail to create intrigue in conversations. They either try too hard to impress a woman, or they rely on the same predictable compliments that she's heard 100 times before. But real attraction isn't about flattery. It's about mystery and curiosity. When a woman feels like there's something about you she can't quite figure out, that's when she becomes invested. That's exactly why "you have a unique way about you, I like that" is so effective. It's not just a compliment, it's an open loop, something that sparks curiosity and makes her want to know more. When you say this, her mind immediately starts racing. What does he mean? What's unique about me? She'll start wondering what exactly you see in her, and that keeps her engaged. But delivery is everything. If you say it too casually, it loses its impact. Instead, look her in the eye, pause for a moment, and say it with a slight smile. Like you're seeing something special about her that even she might not recognize. Maybe it's the way she expresses herself, the way she laughs, or the way she carries herself. The key is to make it feel authentic and personal. Women aren't drawn to men who simply tell them what they want to hear. They're drawn to men who make them think, who make them wonder, who make them feel like they stand out. And this phrase does exactly that. When you use it correctly, you create an invisible thread of intrigue, one that makes her want to stay in the conversation longer, ask more questions, and find out more about you. And that's exactly where you want her to be. Attraction isn't about trying harder. It's not about saying the perfect thing or memorizing a bunch of pickup lines. It's about understanding human psychology, specifically what makes a woman feel something when she's around you. And the truth is, words have power. The way you speak, the way you present yourself, the way you subtly shift the dynamic, all of it plays a role in how a woman perceives you. These 6 phrases aren't magic spells. They won't instantly make a woman fall for you, but they will change the way she sees you. They create curiosity, intrigue, and attraction without you having to try too hard. They shift the frame so that instead of you chasing her, she starts wondering if she is good enough for you. And that's the key difference between the men who struggle and the men who naturally attract women without effort. But remember, it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Confidence, tone, body language, these are the things that bring words to life. You can't just throw these phrases out there and expect results. You have to own them. You have to say them in a way that feels natural, like they're just part of who you are. So here's your challenge. The next time you're talking to a woman, try using one of these phrases. Watch how the conversation shifts. See how her body language changes. Notice how her interest level increases. And if you want to take things even further, make sure to check out my next video where I go even deeper into the art of attraction and the subtle psychological triggers that make all the difference. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stick around, because once you start applying these principles, you'll never see conversations the same way again.